So how did I average over 35 points per game in youth football? Okay, I'm going to tell you everything, and be sure to save this if you don't have time to watch it right now. First and foremost, averaging over 35 points per game wasn't our goal. My goal as an offensive-minded coach is always to be the first team to hit 21. Usually the first team to hit 21 wins the game in most cases. Not all, but most. Here's the thing. Most coaches think that the formation is going to give them the points. That's false. I look at formations like the vehicle, right? But the players are the components that make the vehicle. For example, if you got a Ford Raptor, you got the wheels, the tires, the lights, but then once you open the hood, you got the engine of a Ford Focus, you really don't have a Ford Raptor. This is how it is in youth football. If you're running your favorite team's formation and you got a bunch of kids who are not developed, can't block, can't tackle, you really can't use that formation. So what I do with my youth football teams, regardless of their skill level, is that we focus on blocking and tackling. We become very committed to that. Because that's the foundation of having a dominant youth football team. If your team can block, you can control the line of scrimmage, you can win the trenches, and you can control the clock. In other words, you can dictate what you want to do. And then on defense, when you teach your kids sound tackling, gap fits, and edge control, you have the same effect on the defensive side of the ball. This is all about controlling the trenches and controlling the game. This is the foundation. Then the next thing we focus on is mastering the fundamentals. Literally doing the small things right, the way we communicate, the way we carry the football, the way we read our running lanes. We hold that to a very high degree because we want to be a team that don't beat ourselves. Teams who play us, they have to truly beat us. Then once we have all of those elements in place, now this is the motor, right? We got the motor and the transmission in place. Now we're able to activate our vehicle, which is our formations. Okay, coach, let me tell you something. I'm a multiples coach, both on defense and offense. But hands down, I've had the most success in youth football running power running offenses. I'm talking about the single wings, the Maryland I formation, the beast offense. These are the formations that have allowed me to absolutely dominate games. I remember in our championship game, we put up 72 points. And in the second quarter, it was already like 35 to 28. It was a slugfest. And I went to the ref and I told him, I was like, man, is the clock moving? What's the deal? What's going on? And he told me, coach, y'all just scoring too fast. These running plays that y'all running, they're just like explosive passing plays. Every time y'all get the ball, y'all score. So of course, after we score, they just stop the clock. But our championship game that season taught me a lot. It taught me it's not just about the formation, but it's about the quality of the components you have that operate that formation or to execute that formation. In other words, your kids. How are you developing your kids? What are your values when you're coaching your kids? Are you trying to dominate with blocking? Are you trying to have the best tackling team in the league? These are the things that are extremely important to dictate the outcome of the season for your team. This is why most of the stuff I teach you guys on YouTube and on Instagram is all about building a quality program, not just running plays. It's about building a quality program that's designed to build quality youth football players. And not just that, but quality kids, because we focus a lot on the plays, but we don't focus on the leadership aspect, the teamwork aspect, the discipline aspect, the character building aspect of what makes youth football programs great. So if you want to average over 35 points per game, you can do it. And you don't need an uber talented team to do it. Of course, it would help, but you don't need that. You need to focus on the things that I just talked about. Focus on blocking on offense, then focus on tackling on defense, and then master executing the fundamentals with your team. But then put a simple but yet dominant formation around them, like the beast formation, the diamond formation, the wing T formation, you name it. You can still run spread concepts and things of that nature too. That is fine as well. Don't get too cute. Focus on dominating the trenches, and you're welcome.